Hello my darlings, it's me, Christine D'Amour. So ever since I told you guys the very raw and honest truth about my anxiety in my anxiety story video, I've received hundreds of messages and comments from you guys about how you guys either have very similar experiences to mine or very similar anxiety to me. And then that made me realize more people are in a battle with their own minds than we actually think. And most of the time, we don't want to share those thoughts with anybody else because we're afraid of looking crazy. I'm here to tell you that we are not crazy. Most of us that have anxiety are the ones that have experienced trauma either early in life or recently. And our brains have now been wired to make sure that those things never happen to us again. And because of this need to control our lives, it's always in our thoughts of what can go wrong. This thought process can take a real toll on us and actually feel really disabling at times. So today I'm going to show you a few things that I do to pull myself out of my own head and back into reality where we should be living every single day. Since my personal anxiety is health-based, all I have to do is have something pop up on TV or on a commercial or on a Facebook news feed, passing by a billboard, hear a certain song that has something to do with like a serious illness that will make me cringe, and my mind just starts going into overthinking. Even though it has nothing to do with me, I will start to feel anxious for the whole day. So at times of anxiety, here are some things that I have done to help me personally. Number one, I go for a run. This sounds easy, and when you're having anxiety, the last thing that you want to do is go outside or go for a run. Trust me, I know. But think of it this way. When your body is in a physically active state, your body releases something called endorphins and enkephalins. When the systems of the body are under the influence of stress, like anxiety, there's a high amount of cortisol, which is a chemical that is released into your body causing stress and anxiety. But when the body is active from running or doing some sort of physical activity like weights, hiking, or any type of other exercise, endorphins and enkephalins are released by the anterior pituitary gland and the hypothalamus, increasing the sense of euphoria, which is the feeling of well-being and happiness. This euphoric feeling will heighten your awareness, so just think of daily running as your version of taking an anti-anxiety or an antidepressant medication without all those negative and bad side effects. The number two thing that I like to do is to talk about my feelings out loud. Sometimes we don't even know what's triggering our anxiety from day to day, and we need to sort through the things that happened that day in order to figure out why we're experiencing this feeling. And digging away at those feelings out loud, especially talking with someone who's a professional therapist that specializes in anxiety. I really like to use BetterHelp, which is an online service that allows anyone to communicate with a licensed therapist easily and discreetly and affordably. BetterHelp is a better way to do counseling because it doesn't require you to have insurance. It's so much more affordable than going to a therapist who will charge you $150 to $250 per hour. Current counseling solutions are too expensive, time-consuming, inconvenient, and inaccessible. Many people are concerned about the lack of privacy and the stigma around counseling. BetterHelp features licensed and credentialed therapists who are certified by their state's board to provide online therapy and counseling. After you take their online questionnaire, you will be matched with a counselor in 24 hours or less. So if you want, you can actually try BetterHelp for $35 a week, which is so much less expensive than typical counseling costs. We use the internet to shop better, to learn better, work better. I think it's awesome that we can now use the internet to start feeling better. When you're a member of BetterHelp, you can actually start getting professional counseling using your computer, tablet, or mobile device anywhere and anytime. And you can speak with your counselor either through live chat, messaging, phone, or video conferencing, whatever you're most comfortable with. So I'll have BetterHelp's link down below in the description bar if you guys are interested. So if you guys are interested in me going into more depth and detail about my experience using BetterHelp, go ahead and comment down below because I'd love to share the benefits of using BetterHelp with you guys and show you guys that it's actually a lot more convenient and more affordable than seeing a typical therapist. So the number three thing that I like to do is I like to take a magnesium supplement when I'm having anxiety. So I started using this product called Calm. My friend actually gave me a sample packet when she found out that I have anxiety, and it really helped me, so I ended up buying the full-size version. But what's interesting is that studies have shown that magnesium deficiency has actually contributed to a lot of mental health issues, including anxiety. Magnesium is a calming and relaxing mineral which regulates the nervous system, which will help you with nervousness, irritability, anxiety, fear, and restlessness. For me personally, it takes around 30 minutes for this actually to start kicking in and working, And I remember the first time that I tried it, I could actually feel my body just relaxing. And I remember my limbs just felt like really like limp and just like lazy and relaxed. It's almost like a similar feeling to when you have like a glass of wine. But either way, magnesium is something that you should be taking just for your nervous system, because 80% of Americans are actually totally deficient in magnesium. The number 4 thing that I like to do is to do something that I'm passionate about. For me, this comes in the form of singing. Since I was a kid, singing has been something that has taken me away from my reality and my current situations that I was in. So I literally just sing a bunch of songs on the Smule app.
So sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying spells, Ursula, please, do I help them? Yes, I do. To those poor unfortunate souls, but they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand.
And this just takes me into a whole different world and out of my own anxious thoughts and fearful feelings. If singing isn't the thing that takes you out of your own head, do something that you love. If you have no idea what it is, really take the time to focus on learning something new. If you have a piano or a guitar or any kind of instrument, learn how to play a new song on YouTube. Find a tutorial on how to become a pro couponer, learn how to build a robot, learn how to do a backflip, learn how to design an intricate cake, learn how to build an app. Anything positive that takes all of your focus is good, so that your brain has no other choice but to focus on only the thing that you're trying to achieve. Number 5 thing that I love to do is to read. I swear, Barnes & Noble is like my safe haven. For the last 11 years or so, every time that I'm stressed, or if I just need to leave the house by myself for whatever reason, whether it's I can't control my own thoughts, or even when I would get into like fights with Chris, I always drive myself to Barnes & Noble. I pick a few different self-help books, plop down in a little corner, and just start immersing my mind with information on positive thinking and getting reassurance from things that are bugging me at the moment. At bookstores like Barnes & Noble, I'll just take pictures on my phone of pages that have helped me and things that I want to read later. It's really nice that Barnes & Noble just allows you to go in there and pick a few books and sit down and read just like a library, and purchase the books if you'd like to continue reading it at home. One book that I did end up getting recently that I'd like to possibly make a video on in the future when I'm done reading it, I actually have it right here. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. So if you want to see me do a video about the Cliff Notes version about this book and what would be a hopefully very positive and inspiring video, comment down below and go ahead and hit like on the video so that I know that you guys want to see more of this. The number 6 thing that I like to do during anxiety is to do daily meditation. Anxiety is a thought pattern that we created. I created it for myself. You created it for yourself. Therefore, that thought pattern that we created needs to be reversed. And the way that we do that is by rewiring the circuits in our brain. Let's look at this as an example. Some people have a fear of driving. Some people have a fear of elevators. Some people have a fear of flying. I don't have any of those anxieties. So when I get on the plane, I know that there's risks of the plane crashing. Or when I drive, I know that there's a risk of me getting into a car crash. But I'm not scared of those things, even though I know that there are so many risks. But since I have a fear of illness, why doesn't my brain react the same way to those other phobias that have relatively the same danger? It's because I created it in my own head with the illnesses that were in my family. Just like you, the person that has a fear of driving, had the person that was a close family member get into a really bad car accident. It's a thought pattern that we created. But we can rewire how our brain reacts to our fears that make that circuit connect instead of going to the part of our brain that gives us fear and make it go to the same part of our mind that gives us a reaction to the other things that we aren't afraid of. And we can do this through daily meditation. I downloaded a few meditation apps that give me a daily reminder to sit and meditate. I would recommend putting in headphones and only listen to guided meditation versus just the music alone, so that you tune out the rest of the world and focus on your guide walking you through the meditation and breathing deep. Taking long deep breaths during meditation, which is something that the guide will teach you how to do, allows you to exhale cortisol, which is the chemical in our bodies responsible for the stressed out, anxious feeling. I know you hear it all the time, and meditation is something that most people don't want to do, and some people try it, but then they stop doing it because they feel like it's not helping. Remember this, it took you months and years to wire your brain to the way it thinks now. It's gonna take a few more tries to really start feeling that really blissful peacefulness that you will gain from doing daily meditation. I recommend doing 10 to 20 minutes minutes of meditation every day, or at least 4 times a week if you can, during whatever part of a day that works for you. If you have to wake up 10 minutes earlier to start your daily meditation before you start getting ready in the morning, do that. Believe me, this works wonderfully for regaining control over your own mind. Well, this pretty much concludes my anxiety hacks, my darlings. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it to be helpful. And as a reassurance to you, try to remember every time you find yourself going through moments of an attack, thoughts are not things. Thoughts are not things. Meaning your mind might be creating this outcome, but it doesn't mean that it's real. I love you, my darlings. I will do my best to write back to everyone who sends me a comment or personal messages. So please comment down below and let's help each other find ways to deal with these thoughts that we have. Comment any of your anxiety hacks, your stories, and if you would like, please share this video with a friend who's anxious. Please like this video and comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video, or even if you want to see more videos like this on my channel in the future. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the red button down below, and follow me on social media as well. I'll have all my links listed down below as well. As always, I love you darlings very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye darlings. Mwah.